Congress now has a declassified intelligence report from the FBI alleging China tried to interfere in the 2020 election. FBI Director Kash Patel announcing the documents detail alarming allegations of interference by the Chinese Communist Party. News of the alleged plot largely made headlines among news outlets with a right political bias. Left outlets largely left the story out of its news coverage, as you can see by this graph. We call this story a media miss, when a news story is being missed by one side of the media spectrum. If we zoom in and look closer at the media's coverage, headlines from right-leaning outlets report on what the FBI is saying, from the intelligence report pointing to China wanting Biden to win, and the plot involving flooding the U.S. with fake mail-in ballots, according to the FBI's report. But news outlets from the left, which are covering the story, the headlines read a lot differently, reporting the FBI director is igniting a bonkers conspiracy theory and feeding 2020 election conspiracy theories. Highlighting the report stems from an unverified tip. Before we get into what you need to know about the FBI's report, let's talk about why we could be seeing the media narratives diverge. It boils down to party skepticism. Those on the right were largely skeptical of the 2020 election results. So a report detailing alleged interference has importance to the political right. However, for those on the left, their skepticism lies in the FBI and its new leadership. When Patel was nominated and confirmed to head the FBI, the left's coverage at the time largely expressed concerns over Patel pushing conspiracy theories. These two political ideologies are felt in news coverage from news media with a left and right political bias. So let's talk about the FBI's report without political opinion, guiding our delivery of the story. Here's the facts. The allegations of a Chinese plot to interfere in the 2020 election were first reported in August of 2020, mere months before Election Day. An FBI source alleged the Chinese government was manufacturing and exporting fake U.S. driver's licenses, and the IDs were said to be made for Chinese residents living in the U.S. so they could then receive and cast mail-in ballots. The FBI source said the plot was designed to help Biden, and that personal information was collected from U.S. TikTok users to create the IDs. According to the report, within a period of weeks, the intel report was recalled because the FBI confidential source who reported the plot was, quote, relatively new, and the source needed to be re-interviewed. Patel says the allegations were never fully investigated. Just 1 month prior to the FBI source's claims, on July 27, 2020, Customs and Border Protection issued this press release, announcing over the past 6 months, more than 1,500 mail shipments were confiscated at the Chicago O'Hare International Airport, containing 19,888 counterfeit IDs, saying the majority of these shipments were arriving from China and Hong Kong. Sometimes reporting what we don't know yet is just as important as reporting what we do know. We haven't seen the FBI files. However, they are declassified and now in the hands of House Judiciary Committee Chairman Chuck Grassley, who could make the files public. We don't know anything about who the FBI's confidential source was, and we don't know if the FBI ever re-interviewed the source. And as for the 20,000 counterfeit IDs confiscated by the CBP in 2020, we can't draw a certain line of connection to the alleged plot. NBC News, on the left, wrote college-age students historically buy counterfeit IDs to purchase alcohol, while Just the News, on the right, wrote it could be possible corroboration of the alleged plot. Grassley has requested further information from the FBI regarding the file. Thanks for watching our news update. We'll continue to follow this story, and you can too by downloading the Straight Arrow News mobile app today. Also, I host a podcast called Bias Breakdown here at Straight Arrow News. It's a different kind of storytelling, looking at how news outlets report the same story with diverging narratives from left and right media. Check out our latest episode out now, Protest or Riots? Media Wages War for Control of Narrative. For Straight Arrow News, I'm Kara Rucker.